Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve this loose, beachy, flowy, kind of curly, wavy hair look on shorter hair. Most recently I just cut all of my hair off, so it's a learning process for me. I haven't had my hair this short since elementary school, I think, so I'm still learning new ways on how to style it, and I found that this style was one that worked very well for me. I have very, very, very fine hair, baby thin hair. I mean, it's very, very, very thin. So when I do my hair like this, it gives it a little bit more volume and it makes it look a little bit thicker than it actually is. This look was actually requested by a few people from my last video. And yeah, I've gotten some feedback that they liked the way my hair looked and wanted me to film a video on how to do my hair like this. So I am listening to the people and I am giving the people what they want. So if there is anything that you would like me to review or talk about or demonstrate or do for you, leave it in the comments below and I will try my hardest to answer everybody and get back to you with videos as soon as I can. A big thank you to everybody who has supported me this far and all the love and support that I've been receiving from all of you. I am forever grateful for you and thank you for coming into my world and learning a bit about me, and hopefully I get to learn a little bit about you in the process, and I'm making new friends left, right, and center, so this is great. But yes, thank you, a big, big, big thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the love that I have been receiving during this journey, and thank you to everybody who has been following me along the journey as well. If you would like to see how I created this look, then please continue watching. Okay, and to start off, I have freshly washed hair. I just took a shower and I blow dried it to give it a little bit of volume. When I blow dry my hair, I blow dry upside down because I feel like that gives me a little bit more volume. I do have really thin hair, so for me to flip it upside down and blow dry it kind of gives it a little bit more volume and it moves a little bit better. I pin it up, so I take my two fingers and just behind my ears, I kind of just draw a line with both hands, like so. And I just pin that up. I'm doing this without a mirror, really. Like the mirror's over here, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but if you see me looking over here a lot, it's because the mirror is right there. What I like to do when I am curling my hair and doing kind of like a loose fluffy curl, I like to use a wet hairspray, if that's what they're called. I don't even know if that's what these are called, but the hairsprays that kind of, let me show you. Like there's two kinds of hairsprays. There's the misty one that usually smells pretty bad, and it's more strong, it's more of like a finishing hold. I use this at the end because I have naturally straight hair. I have to spray my hair with a little bit of hairspray before I curl it, and that is the only way that I have figured out my hair will stay curly. So I love, love, love this guy. This is the Dove Style and Care Extra Hold Hairspray. I really like this one. This is one of my most favorite ones to use. It doesn't leave my hair like clumpy or hard, and it's really easy to brush through in the end. So yeah, I grabbed myself a bottle of this, but any kind of wet hairspray that kind of spritz it out will work. Part it once down the middle to give me these two sides, and then I part it again, so you're parting it into 4 areas, if you want to call it that. I take my Dove and I just spritz a little bit on each piece of hair, and then I go in with my wand. The wand that I am using is the Bellamy 12-in-1 wand. I love, it's a little bit dirty, ignore that. Love the 12-in-1 Bellamy set. I think it's awesome. The curling one is really, really good. So this is one of my favorites to use when I am doing my hair. It's maybe 1 inch, 1.5 inch. Not too sure, but you don't want one too thick and you don't want it too thin, especially if you have shorter hair like me. You want one that's a little bit on the thinner side, because your hair is going to expand and fall out and not be as tightly curled as the night progresses. So I like to go a little bit on the smaller end, just because I feel like I hold the curls better when I do that. I take my piece of hair that I have just spritzed. I take my curling wand and I wrap the hair around the curling wand. then just like that. And then I hold it there for a few seconds and then I let it down. You always want to wrap your hair the way that you want it to fall on your head. I don't know how to explain this, but if I'm doing the left side of my hair, which kind of looks like the right side to you, I always wrap my hair away from my face. There's going in towards your face or there's going out towards your face. I really can't do this without a mirror, oh my God. Okay, always put the wand behind your hair and wrap backwards. So no matter what side of the hair you're on, you want to put it behind and wrap backwards. So always remember, that's kind of something to remember when curling, because you want it to look flowy and kind of go away from your face, and that's really the only way I can explain it. So behind, backwards, and that's what you want to do. So same for this side. When I do this side, backwards and backwards. So I go back and then I wrap back. So if you're ever lost and confused, just remember, wand behind the piece of hair and wrap backwards. You don't want to go in front, you want to go backwards. So continuing on, backwards and wrap backwards. Now, my number one tip when I'm curling my hair, do not touch these. Right now, if you were to touch it, it's rock hard because of the hairspray, but that's what you want because I'm letting my hair cool down in the shape of the curl, and so having that hairspray on before I curl my hair helps me hold in the curl longer, and that's how I get it to stay in all night. So I do not touch my curls until the very end. Once I'm done curling my whole head, I flip over and I brush it through, and that softens everything. It doesn't give you any of these little stringy pieces, and it looks beautiful. I'll show you that part in a minute. I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side, split my hair into 2 sections, and spritz it with a little bit of hairspray, put it behind, and wrap backwards. Undo. I'm not too picky with how these curls are turning out because, as I said, we are going for a messier look. So now you're gonna start to look kind of weird with all these little dangly pieces, and they're really rock hard, but leave it, don't touch it. So I let the rest of my hair down, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before. Take my 2 fingers, and I kind of go up where my eyebrows end, kind of around this temple area, and I drag it back, and I pin, and then same, I separate it onto 2 sides, and repeat the process. And repeat on the other side. Okay, so when you have both sides done, you're gonna start to look even more stringy. Leave it. So usually before I continue any further, I take my godsend, my best friend, my absolute love of my life. If I can marry this thing, I would. The best product in the entire world for people like me who have no hair, and we're going through like this brutal freaking like scalp nastiness where you can see so much of your scalp. The thin hair struggle. So I take a little bit of my Kabuki. If you haven't seen my video of 3 ways to disguise your thin hair, this was included in there, so go check that out. I won't get too much into it, but it is hair fibers that cling to the hair you already have. And this thing is fantastic. I love this guy. So all I do right now before I do the top of my head, I shake some of this into my hairline so it disguises that a little bit better. And I'm also, at this point, gonna figure out where I want my part to be. And then I put a little bit more Kabuki over there. And look at that, look at that. The part is disguised. And now same thing. I'm just gonna drag my fingers back once more. And I'm gonna do another row of curls, split into 2, same process. And this part is a little bit trickier. Before I let the hair down, I drag 1 finger across just to do the back side. And I spray, and same thing, I go behind and curl and hold that for a bit. Then this bang piece here, same thing. And then I keep this curl not as close to my scalp as the rest of them. See where I am holding the curler right now? The wand is a little bit further away from my scalp. I do this to kind of create like a swoopy bang looking kind of thing. I don't really have too much bangs, but I do that just to create the swoop look. So you'll see in a second. See how it kind of flows a little bit here and it's not curled right at the top? That will give you a nice swoop finish. And same thing, spray and curl. And then I do the same with this piece. I keep it a little bit away from my scalp. Voila! And now you are ready to hit the town. I'm just kidding. Now we're gonna flip it over. But yeah, if you look like a drowned rat right now, that's good. We want the drowned rat right now because that means your curls are settling and hardening and ready to be brushed out. Hope to God I can get this in video. Okay, maybe I'll tilt this down a little bit. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm just ever so lightly brushing out the curls we just did. I try to start at the bottom and work my way up because then you're not so rough on your hair and you don't get as much tangles. Okay, now before, oh no, can you see me? Before I flip my head back, I like to take the other type of hairspray, so not the wet spritzy one, just the regular normal hairspray, and I spray it upside down just to keep the volume before I flip backwards. Okay, and flip. So I kind of just fan it out a little bit with my fingers and I'll loosen it a little bit at the scalp. And because I have such thin hair, what I did actually when I did chop all of my hair off, I also took a pair of my old extensions and I cut those as well. So I cut them to the length of my hair where I would normally wear my extensions, and I feel like this just helps me give it a little bit more volume. And as you can see, I tried to curl it, but it didn't, I don't know, it's kind of hard to curl these extensions. I don't think they're real. They might be synthetic because they're not the greatest. I have so many extensions, like I didn't want to cut my Bellamy ones because they're my good ones, and if I want to wear my hair long, I still want to have that option. So once again, I take my fingers and about where my eyebrows are, I go ahead and clip them in. I'll turn around and show you what I'm doing. So just take them and go like this. And I wiggle them around a little bit. Okay. And now they're in there, disguised. So after I've kind of brushed it through and controlled it a little bit better, I go in and I tease it a little bit just to give a little bit more volume at the top, and then I can hairspray everything, puff it up a little bit, and then we're good to go. Okay, and you want to look like this. And then the final step, I go through with the tease and comb very, very lightly, like using barely any pressure to just brush over it and kind of soften it all down and smooth it out. And then I spray a little bit more. Yeah. So that's it. That's how I achieved this look. And if you haven't already done so, you know the drill. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment below, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Makeup by Katie Marie, and leave some comments below on what you want to see me do. I will be doing a 1K giveaway very shortly. I still haven't decided what I'm going to be giving away yet, but once I do, I will get that posted, and yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Other than that, thank you for watching. I will see you shortly. Peace and love. Take care.